The Canadian Press.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What the? Holy.
The Canadian Press.
The night sky over the GTA lights up with a massive explosion in the early morning hours. The force of the explosions knocking people from their beds, setting off car and house alarms and blowing out windows and doors.
Wow.
That's massive, yo.
Wow.
I was laying down in my apartment on the 9th floor, and like all of a sudden I seen something at the corner of my eye that just shook me up and woke me up, right? So I jumped out of my bed, and all I seen was this fire over there. So people were saying it's an army base, some people were saying it's a cement factory, some people were even saying it's a gas station, but I was kind of shook up.
I just wanted to run as far as I could, as fast as I could. I went out to the backyard and jumped over the fence and kept on running.
Huge fireball, just massive, and it just kept exploding.
The initial explosion was felt and seen as far north as Aurora, 30 kilometers away, and as far south as Niagara-on-the-Lake. Toronto Fire Services got the initial call at 3:50 a.m. and it quickly escalated into a 6-alarm fire and explosion. Whoa. Over 30 fire vehicles and 125 firefighters converged on the scene.
We did find a lot of fire in the area, some vehicles on fire, damage to houses from the explosion across the street.
We're asking the people that live within the area, the 401 to the south, Shepherd Avenue to the north, Keele Street to the west, and Dufferin Street to the east, please leave their homes at this point.
The initial explosion happened at Sunrise Propane Industrial Gases facility in the Keele and Wilson area. A driver near a propane tanker truck noticed some smoke and ran. Business storefronts were destroyed and houses near the propane company were severely damaged. Thousands and thousands of people were forced from their homes, many leaving with only their clothes on their back and their beloved pets at their side.
There was explosion after explosion, canister after canister going off. So we ran downstairs, we stayed by a block wall, and we waited there. I was scared to take my family outside.
We've been taking care of folks, just handing out blankets, water, teddy bears for the kids, just doing care and comfort.
As dawn broke over the city, Toronto firefighters continued their battle with a stubborn blaze. Their main concern was to cool the propane tankers that were burning to try to prevent any further explosions. Police moved quickly to shut down the 401 in both directions around the explosion site. It left Canada's busiest highway empty and silent.
Well, for a bird's eye view of everything that's going on right now, let's go live to CP24's Melissa Grello, live in Chopper 24. Melissa.
Hello, Ann. Well, we've been seeing these amazing pictures all day long, and certainly even though it is 12 hours after the initial call came in for this massive fire and explosion, you can still see from our shot here, Ann, that emergency workers and firefighters continue to douse waters from the aerial onto the site where those initial tankers did explode, and you can actually still see some of those remnants and also just the blackening of this area. Again, we've been seeing the early shots of this, and this is a live shot as it stands right now. We want to keep in mind, Ann, that there is a no-fly zone within 12 nautical miles around the area. So we are as close as we can get in Chopper 24 because of this no-fly zone. With regards to the evacuation area, and certainly from our view up here, it is about anywhere from 8 to 10 square kilometers that was affected by that actual evacuation call. And obviously now from our view, it's an amazing site that nearby the 401, a site certainly unseen in many, many, many years. In fact, officials not remembering the last time that the 401 had to be closed as a result of an emergency such as this one. You're taking a look at it now. It is absolutely quiet, and certainly anybody who knows this is the most traveled highway through our city, and to not see one car.
The Canadian Press.
Well, I was awoken by a tremendous explosion, and the ceiling was coming down, and I just crawled out of bed, and I kind of was dazed a bit, and I sort of looked around, and everything was dusty, and
Do you know
I just grabbed some clothes, and I didn't know what was going on, but I grabbed some clothes and threw some clothes on. I ran out of the house. I didn't even get a chance to grab my wallet. Or
Did you figure out what hit you?
I know not once. Once I got outside, I could see a big fireball out on the other side of the street. At that point, then I kind of realized what it was.
Did you sleep near a window or something like that? Would it have been glass, do you think?
No. It's a good thing I didn't sleep near the window. I was sleeping near the back of the house, so the front of the house would have taken most of the explosion. So I think the house is totally destroyed. Probably burnt down now too. So
what were you thinking walking away from your home, seeing this fire taking it over?
I just was trying to get out of there. There was an explosion, and I was outside, and I felt the heat, and I started running, and I could feel the heat was burning the back of my shirt. So I just kept running in the opposite direction.
Up until 2 days ago, my daughter said to me, "Mom, we've got to move. This place is not good here. It's a dangerous place." And I said, "Well, I'm sure they've got it under control." Not wanting to scare the kids, but in a residential area, not a good idea. And obviously, this has just proven it. It's just proven it. There's a lot of damage. Well, I want to see it gone. I want to see them compensate our neighborhood for the damage they've caused us, for the fear they've caused our children. My kids don't want to go home, and they're afraid to see what's happened. They should have realized, don't put something like that in a residential area. You're going to kill somebody.
The Canadian Press.